Hello, my name is Debbie Roth. Thank you for clicking on my third set of literature critiques. The featured text this week is So You Want to Be President. So You Want to Be President by Judith St. George tells readers about the presidency of the United States of America. The information is provided to the reader as if the reader wants to become president. It tells about what it might be like to be president and how good your odds are of becoming president based on past presidencies. For example, if you were born in a log cabin, that's good news because 8 presidents have been born in log cabins. This book discusses how different our presidents have been and incorporates stories from the lives of certain presidents. I chose this book as my featured text because it is creative and fun while providing students valuable information. It is also easily integrated into multiple subject areas. So You Want to Be President has a lot of tricky vocabulary in it. So for a 4th grade class, this could be a great way to work on vocabulary. I might use a tool like Lucidchart. My example you see here has 4 words. For each word, I would have students find the sentence in the book in which the word is used. I would have them find a synonym to the word, and I would have them write a sentence using the word, so creating their own sentence with the word once they understand what it means. Lucidchart allows any number of people to collaborate, which gives a lot of options for how this might look in the classroom. Students could work on the project individually, they could work on it with partners or in small groups, but you could also have the whole class work on it together. So you could have each student do one word, and you would have a whole gigantic map of words that they might be learning, which is pretty cool. So You Want to Be President can also be easily used in a social studies classroom. So in a 4th grade classroom, I would have students use Adobe Spark to create a web page about a president. Each student would pick a different president, or there would be a few repeats depending on the size of the class, so that most presidents are covered and the class can learn a lot about different presidents. This is my example, and as you can see, I have a picture in the background and a title and my name. And then as we scroll down, you can see some of the features of Adobe Spark. So you can cluster pictures and caption them. There are headings, text, singular pictures that can be captioned, and at the end, I've inserted a video as well. Students can also put in links, and this site is just so easy to use. It looks very good. I really recommend it. It's also free. This page can now be shared with anyone. So your students could share their pages with peers, with the school. It could be put on a class webpage, and they could share it with their parents or anyone else that they desire to share their work with. I also read 7 other books this week. One was The Stray Dog, which is the story of a stray dog and the family that rescues him. It's appropriate for primary age children. I read The Door in the Wall as well, which is set in the medieval ages and is about a boy who becomes ill and a paraplegic and how he overcomes that difficulty with the help of others. I also read The House in the Night, which is a cumulative pattern story based on other rhymes, and it's about a boy's imaginary flight over his town, and it focuses heavily on light. This Is Not My Hat is the story of a little fish who steals a hat from a big fish and how the little fish thinks he's going to get away with it. The Lion and the Mouse is a take on the famous fable, and it's told entirely through pictures. The illustrations are beautiful. Martin's Big Words tells the story of Martin Luther King Jr. and how he advocated for social justice through peaceful protest, and how it was his words that made the difference, not any physical violence. Out of Wonder, Poems Celebrating Poets, is a poetry book split into 3 sections, and in the first section are poems written in the style of famous poets. The second section is poems written with themes that are heavily used by famous poets. And the third section is responses that are evoked by poets. Thank you for watching. All of these books are highly recommended.